tap of this vast flow, this plume, this moisture stream that's going to be driven up by this low that's over the lower Mississippi Valley. So that puts us in the right spot to get in on these occasional waves of rain that move all the way up into the Carolinas essentially. So that corridor is going to emit these pockets of rain with a little break in between. That's what we have to keep in mind as far as the rain pattern. It's not going to be raining all the time this weekend. You may not get a whole lot of sunshine, but there will be times where you can take a breath and say, it's not raining. Maybe I can go outside for a second, although it's not going to be ideal, especially if the grounds are very soggy. But you get the idea based on what we're seeing in the forecast and focus. The heaviest rain will hit the coastline in these rounds, and as they move inland, they tend to diminish in overall form, although they're still spread out. You can still have some times of rain that pass well north of the state line. But the highest accumulations and the most frequent heavy rain will likely be across the coastal bend as we go into the next 24 to 36 hours. On Sunday, that upper low starts to move more towards the northeast, and that can maybe give us 1 or 2 more rounds of rain through Sunday with maybe a couple of breaks of sun, especially in our western areas. So we're going to reach the height of our rain coverage and rain activity between now and roughly Sunday morning. So when you tabulate all those rounds of rain, how much rain you can receive, areas south of the state line will have the highest totals, mostly focused along the coast. As you move inland, up to about 1 inch. So we'll still go for that range of 1 to 3 inches around our state line counties, and then higher totals possibly in isolated cases towards the coastline. And that's where the flooding risk is going to be at its highest, especially if it comes to saturated ground, heavy rain that comes through that can trigger flash flooding, and some isolated totals can be upwards of 4 to 5 inches in some, again, isolated cases. So that can cause the flooding issues, maybe a decreased rain flooding risk for your Sunday. And then on Monday is when we start to dry things out. So to wrap things up, what you need to know, watch for the rainfall. Watch for runoff that goes into creeks and rivers where those water levels